Hello everyone, Cowbunger here, and we have got a new spotlight to analyze. This time it's for the Angry Beavers, Daggett and Norbert. These two might be one of the most unique characters in the game, so let me tell you why now. So first we see Barry Bear hopping around in the background. Yes, I learned his name, thank you for noticing. Then we see Daggett and Norbert running around. In these first couple of clips we see Daggett and Norbert separate from one another and hitting each other, but the Angry Beavers are just one character. These clips just show two players playing different beavers. But the interesting thing here is the fact that if two players do play the same character with the same costume, then they're going to look exactly the same. If this happens in Smash, the character will be slightly lighter or darker than the other character, but in this game that will not happen. This was the case in Nick All-Star Brawl 1 as well, and I think that's just because Nick will not allow for something like the lighter darker thing to be applied on their characters. There's a bit of discourse a while back about this, which mainly revolved around the fact that there are only 3 costumes each in the base game, so that means if you do a 4-player battle with the same character, one of them will look identical to the other, which is really hard to keep track of. The only way to get 4 costumes per character is to get the Ultimate Edition of the game, which some people think is unfair and even predatory. My opinion of it is that it does suck, but if the devs were kind of forced to do things this way, then I'm not going to make a fuss over it. I always try to think about why developers have to make certain decisions, or in this case, what possible decisions were out of their hands. I have a feeling the costume stuff probably was handled by Nick and GameMill mainly, so hopefully they see the complaints at least and let the lighter darker thing be implemented if enough people ask for it. Anyway, let's get back to the Angry Beavers. Here we see Norbert with a boxing glove, and I'd have to guess this is his neutral strong. Here we see the Beaver switch with down special, and Norbert does a taunt where he holds a sign that says "Ha!" Daggett has this taunt as well, so they must share a taunt or two. And in general, they just seem to share some moves, so they're kind of like semi-clones of each other. We see a tiptoe animation for a second, and then an animation where Daggett points. I'm guessing this is during one of his specials. Then we see Daggett doing a dance from the intro of his show, but Norbert grabs him and back throws him. The dance is likely a taunt. Next we see Dag and Norb's jabs. They do the same thing, girly slaps. Another reference to the intro there. Here Daggett does a dash attack, Norbert does a light forward air, and we see some fish behind them. The regular variant of this stage has an underwater section, but I don't know if it will affect gameplay. Daggett goes buff for his up strong, then the screen cuts to another piece of gameplay where we get to see a good chunk of the stage. On the left seems to be some kind of pit, maybe some kind of platform that recedes into the background here, then a ledge with a platform above it, followed by an upward slope that leads into another flat surface with a platform above it. As for gameplay, Norbert seems to do his light forward air, up air, and down air. Then he switches to Daggett and he does a strong neutral air. This attack moves Daggett forward a short distance. Here we see Norbert's intro dance. Again, this is a taunt. Here we can see the water level rise, so again, I would have to guess that there's some kind of gameplay thing involved with this. Maybe you just get floatier when you're in the water. Daggett does this move for a split second, and I'd have to guess this is his light forward air. Then Norbert does a light back air. The next clip shows Daggett using his light back air, and it looks identical to Norbert's. Daggett does a pummel into an up throw. Then he does a light up air into light down air. The clip cuts to show Daggett do light up air, switch to Norbert, then Norbert does light forward air into light down air. Here we see costumes for Daggett and Norbert, where they are wearing shirts. We also see the Angry Beavers neutral and side specials. Here we see another costume for the Beavers where they are wearing spacesuits. And we see how Norbert's neutral B hidden logs can combo. Norbert's strong up air seems to be him whipping his hair back. Next we see Norbert's light neutral air combo into his side special, and we see here that during specials you can actually tag out to the other beaver after they do their attack so you can follow up, which is really cool. Daggett does light forward air into a strong down air. Then he uses up B to get back onto the stage. Then we see Daggett's light neutral air, neutral B, and strong down air combo. Here's the last costume for the Angry Beavers. They wear pajamas. We see here that if a beaver gets hurt during a special, they will take damage and not be able to be called in for a couple of seconds after. This basically means that you are forced to play one beaver if another gets hurt. Here we see Norbert bullying Reptar, then he does a forward throw into side special and his strong down air. This is Daggett's forward strong, which actually has a bit more range than Norbert's. These next couple of clips are some self-explanatory demonstrations of the special moves we have been seeing. Here we see a Reptar costume, and it's the top hat from that one Rugrats game. Neat. When he spawns back, he does his neutral special from the first game, so I guess that's staying. Here we see a taunt from Daggett where he dusts off his hands. Then we see what I think is Norbert's down strong here. Here's Daggett's back throw, and he converts it into a neutral special, then a strong down air. The slime enhanced version of neutral special seems to make Norbert shoot his wave in 3 directions instead of 1. Daggett combos into strong up air. Here's Norbert's up strong. And we learn here that hidden logs will actually track onto any opponents as long as they are not approaching you. So if you knock someone away, you can use neutral B for almost guaranteed follow-ups. Here's Norbert's up light, and here is his up special, which actually has a sweet spot hitbox right at the start. Finally, here is their super. Alright, that's all I've got for this one. I skipped out on a lot of clips of footage in this one, mainly because many clips just kinda showed stuff off I already explained. But it's cool we got 4 minutes of footage for this one. The music in the background is great, and I'm liking the voice lines for both Beavers too. What do you think of the Angry Beavers? I think they look really cool. I'm happy they're in the game and that they went with this direction for their gameplay. They really stand out from everyone else and I really want to give them a try. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Channel members got this video one day early. Thank you StreamU, Salt Levels Max, Nuova, and Colby for your support. I'll see you all on the next Spotlight. Bye.